Hey everybody, it's Gina. Okay, I wanted to talk about a topic tonight, maybe get some conversation going about this. So, sometimes we're going along on our rounds and things are going well, uneventful. There's no triggers or plans of any type, no upcoming holidays, things like that. And then all of a sudden, something pops up out of the blue. And that's what happened to me over the weekend. I was literally in the car with my mom and Emmy, and I was on my way to Muya, which is one place that I feel comfortable eating, because I can get a lettuce wrap burger, and I've just kind of gone it down to a science where I can eat there and stay on protocol. So we were on our way to Muya, and I get this text from my friend from childhood. I mean, we've known each other our entire lives. We were born 5 days apart, and she wants to meet up for dinner. And I mean, it's like 7:30 at night, and I haven't seen her since her wedding. I mean, it's been way too long, but her life or my life's always busy, and she didn't have the kids that weekend, and her husband was out of town, and I wanted to see her. So I said, well, we're on our way to Muya if you want to meet us there, but she lives 45 minutes from me, and this was like right up the street. She's like, well, it'll take me 45 minutes to get there. That's okay. Maybe next time. And I felt bad. And I'm like, well, why don't we meet halfway somewhere? And I couldn't think of anywhere halfway that was on protocol. I mean, there's only like 2 places. And I mentioned the one place that is. And Mom's like, no, I don't want to go there. So I was like, okay. And so I said, well, what about Payway? Because it's right there halfway. And I thought, well, I can get lettuce wraps, and I didn't look them up or anything. I don't know how on protocol they are. I know they're not exactly on protocol, but I thought, well, I can get that. And I wasn't really prioritizing the food because I never want to get back into that place that I've been in my life before, when I had an eating disorder where what I ate dictated what I did. And even though I don't want to go off protocol or blow it or anything like that, I also I don't want my diet to be prioritized over relationships. And I wanted to see my friend, and I needed to eat, and I was hungry. It was 7:30 at night, and I had not eaten that day. So we met at Payway, and I ended up having some soup. I had some wonton soup, which I probably shouldn't have had that, but I had that and some lettuce wraps. So I figured the soup was a little salty, so I figured that I probably would have some consequences from that. I didn't count on 5 pounds. I had a 5-pound gain from that meal. I was stunned. I mean, stunned. I just couldn't believe it. So I figured, okay, it was really high in salt, because a lot of times Chinese food is, and so I took a water pill and hope for the best for the next day. Well, the next day I had released like a pound. I'm like, oh shit. So I mean, I was up to I guess it was more like 6 pounds. I don't even know, but I was up to 155. I had not been at 155 for like over a month. I'd been in the upper 140s this whole time. It's just like one freaking meal, So so that meal was Saturday night, and it's Tuesday now, and I'm 153.2 on Tuesday. So I've released a couple pounds from it, but oh my God, it did not go away. And I was really stunned at that. So we'll see. I really figured it was a fluke thing and that I would drop it as quick as I gained it, but no, I have not. So I'm at the end of what I just mixed, or what I mixed a couple weeks ago. I've got one more vial left of HCG. I've been on the fence. I'm like, I've been struggling here at the end, but I hate to end a round above my LDW for my last round, especially when I got down. I mean, I got down to like 147, and so to end at like 152, 153, that sucks. So I've decided I'm going to go ahead and mix my last 14 days. I'm just going to go through all the HCG I had, and because I know I'm not going to be on P2 during Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. I'm going out of town for a week at Thanksgiving. So that will blow everything out of the water anyway. But I'm going to just really push hard these next 2 weeks to get the best results I can attain. And, you know, I would hope for 8 pounds. You know, like, if in 2 weeks I can get 8 pounds, that would be awesome. Because that would put me about 145. But geez, you know, I could not believe. I've had cheats before. I mean, the week before I had eaten crap food on the weekend and only had like a 2 pound gain or one. Or I mean, it wasn't much. I was still in the 140s. But I was not expecting that. So don't go to Payway. Whatever you do, don't go to Payway and eat lettuce wraps and think they're the same as the lettuce wraps you make at home on Protocol, because I thought they're probably, you know, a little bit worse, but how bad can it be? I'm eating lettuce. I'm eating, you know, I think I got some new ones they had with pineapple and pork in them or something. So I don't know what the hell they had in them. And I mean, I'm sure that the soup didn't help, because I mean, those are wrapped in the wontons, but it was cold. I really wanted wonton soup, but I figured maybe the salt content did part of it, but that should have gone away, and it hasn't. So that tells me it's more real than not. So yeah, I mean, I'm more just flabbergasted than upset. You know, I'm not upset. I'm not like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm just like, damn, really? That stinks. I have noticed that I don't even want to use the word struggled with body image, but I've noticed that even with that slight gain, my body image was affected. Like, even looking at this as I'm vlogging, as I look into the phone as it's capturing my face feels fat. Like, I feel bigger. And I don't know if I'm seeing it for what it really is, because I have had a gain, but I also know that, okay, I'm up 3 to 4 pounds from where I feel pretty good, you know, in the 140s. That's really not that much weight when we break it down. I mean, honestly, it's not that much weight. But for some reason, I feel like I'm seeing it more visual than what it probably really is. So I don't know. I feel bloated. I feel pudgy. I don't feel fat. I feel bigger, and I feel puffy. And it's hard to know if that's realistic. You know, it's hard for me to judge these things. So that kind of sucks. But it's mainly in my face, I guess. But I'm going to be back on Protocol. I mean, I'm back on Protocol, and I'm not going to do that anymore, because that sucked. And I'm really hoping that maybe I'll have a good release in the morning, because it's been a couple days. You know, I really thought by Tuesday I would, but I was only down a couple pounds from it. I was exactly down 2 pounds from it. So that tells me it was more a real gain than, you know, like when I fly and stuff, I'll gain a lot of weight. But damn, I mean, to jump into the mid 150s when I was at 147 a couple weeks ago, that just sucks. So anyway, that's my story. Don't go to Payway and think that you can be okay, because most likely you can't, because I wasn't. And if I had it to do over again, though, I don't know what I would do. You know, like, that was a place she wanted to go. It was halfway. My mom wanted to go there. I was hungry. I didn't want to be the weirdo and pack some, you know, turkey and take it. I don't know what I would have done. I guess I wouldn't have had the soup. I would have resisted the soup. And maybe I still would have had the lettuce wraps. Maybe I could have researched. I mean, I was the one driving those, so I didn't really have time to look up their menu. And I just never want to be that person. I never want to be the one that prevents plans because I'm on a diet. So maybe that's the feedback I'm looking for. What would you have done? What could you have done differently when you're on P2 and you have something like that happen at the last minute? What could I have done different besides not get the soup? Because I know that for sure I could have done different. That would have just been a willpower thing. It was cold and yucky, and I really wanted wonton soup. But anyway, feedback would be great. Okay, thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye.